Good morning, everyone. Virgo Triad here. It is November 2nd, 2018. Happy November to everyone, and I hope everyone had a wonderful Halloween. For the last few weeks, one of the things that I have been working on was an email on an idea that I had to help people who have already been scammed by people that are selling false packages and just now are finding out about it, because a lot of people, it takes months for them to figure out that the process that, for example, LaJune sells, it does not work. It takes people getting very, very sick at times to figure out that jelly juice is something that is poisoning them. In the case of Ashley Black, it takes weeks of using her product in order for them to see that they are being bruised and their skin is starting to sag, and there's major health issues with that. So for every con artist, they set their con up in a manner that's going to make you it's going to take some time before you actually realize that you've been had. And in the case of these falsified UCC1 statement packages, like LaJune, for example, is selling, Druana Johnston is selling, these people are particularly insidious when it comes to their scam, because it literally takes months. The people that have already come forward to the Virgo Triad channel and have done videos and have spoken out against April, have gone to newspapers and have tried to make sure that the public is aware of her, for example, um, actually signed up with her, the end of last year, and just started figuring it out in April, May, June area of this year. So it takes months and months. She is a con artist that continues to add things on to the packages in order for you to stay hooked. So it takes a very long time for those people to figure out that they've been had. And one of the things that people will come and say to me after they come back and are like, well, evidently you weren't lying about it, and yes, she did scam me. Is there anything that we can do to make the situation better? Outside of giving out information on the Attorney General's office and the FBI that you would need to speak to, and who you would turn her into, who you would turn whoever it is into, rather. What I have done is I have kind of put together some things that maybe from a psychological standpoint might help the people who are being harmed. So before I go any further, for those of you that want to leave comments in the comment section that are derogatory, this is not for the purpose of the con artist. This video is being done for the purpose, and every video after this where I read a letter from someone who's been scammed by one of these people, this is for the person that did not get the opportunity to confront their con artist. So if you're planning on trying to leave a comment saying there's no proof or whatever, there doesn't need to be any proof, because the bottom line is these are people that are sending in emails in order for them to let the con artist know what it is that they want to say to them. So this is a healing process for those people. Now, about a little less than a month ago, I sent out a blanket email, and I realized I didn't get to everybody, but I sent out a blanket email to several of you that have responded back with regards to letters that you would have liked to have gotten to your con artist for them to read. There were many, many scenarios where people attempted to try, one in particular that I can think of, where there was a lady that tried to send a certified mail letter to LaJune from the same address that April had sent all of her paperwork from, and of course the certified mail was never picked up. And that's, of course, because April knows that she's a con artist. So she knows it's going to be a complaint or, some sort of issue. So why bother picking it up? And this is not the first time this has happened. There have been several instances where certified letters and registered mail have been sent to con artists where they do not end up picking them up. So people in the long run never actually end up getting to confront the people that scam them. So this is something to help them. All right, I have received 42 letters back from people at this point. I'm going to start reading those letters, and we're going to start today with one to April LaJune from a gentleman by the name of Michael P. Now, I'm going to take you over to that email, but I'm not going to divulge any kind of personal information in it except for the first and last initial, because this way the person that he has written the letter to will know who he is. The rest of everyone else, it does not matter. It does not matter whether or not you know who this person is. So therefore, hold on to your comments. This is not a proof type of situation. It does not matter whether I had all the proof in the world or not, because April LaJune is still going to claim she doesn't know any of these people. Even people like Penny that have her package and have put them on video, she still claims, oh no, wasn't me. So this is not about any of that. This is not for the con artist. This is not for anyone except for the people that are listening that could potentially get scammed, and the person who never got any closure who got scammed. Okay, I received this letter at virgotriad@protonmail.com on October 18th, 2018 at 3:22 p.m. This was in response to my initial blanket message that was sent out to people who had been scammed by April LaJune, Jillian Epperly, Ashley Black, Moneyboy Films, Harvey Dent, and many, many others that are on my channel. I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to speak out uh, with regards to who scammed them and give them the opportunity to get it off their chest. I also wanted to give them the opportunity to let others know that this is what happened to them because they fell for the scam. This letter was received by my Proton Mail account and was written by Michael P. I'm not going to give out a last name. The person he wrote it to will know who he is. And it reads, Dear April LaJune, you will say you do not remember me, but I know you will after I tell you that I am the one you told you could save my house from being foreclosed upon, and then told me when it was foreclosed that I was a moron. Since that time, I asked an attorney to look at the UCC1 paperwork and A4V that you told me to file. I have been informed that none of what you are selling is legal. It was all a terrible lie. How can you sleep at night? Why are you so cruel? I stopped paying my house payment because you told me I could, and they took my house. I had paid on that house for 17 years and only had another 3 years to go. You call Virgo Triad a liar, but you are the liar. You tell people not to listen to her so you can keep scamming them. You knew I was disabled, and you knew this would get me audited by the IRS and get my disability taken away. You claim to be a God-fearing woman, April, but why are you letting Satan rule your life? You are a sick person, April, and you need help. Stop scamming people, April, before you ruin your life and many others. You should be ashamed of your actions, April, but I know you are not. You are a sick and twisted person. Michael P. For those of you that would like the opportunity to speak out, please email virgotriad@protonmail.com. For those of you that did not get the original email, and I know that there were several of you, I will be sending out a secondary email, or I will be forwarding the first one to everybody on my email list so that this way everyone gets the opportunity. This was kind of a test run for me. I started about 3.5 weeks ago, and I wanted to make sure that it was something people were interested in doing. As a result, I've received 42 letters back from people who have written to their con artist, and I'm going to start posting them on a weekly basis. This is the first one from Michael P. I want to thank you, Michael, for coming forward and being willing to put the information out there for people to view, and so you help others not to get scammed. And for anybody that would like to write the letter and forward it to me, just simply put in the subject line, letters to my con artist, and they will go in a separate file so that this way I can go ahead and start bringing them forward on a weekly basis. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.